New pumpkin farm. This is a new pumpkin farm. It's really efficient, really nice. It's not like an automatic pumpkin farm, but you know, every time I come here, there's always one pumpkin per plant. And what's really cool about it is they're hydrated from a water source underneath this block, which stays water because there's a block above it, not ice because it's too high. Blah 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 blah. Oh look, see, another one grew. Zigwarf back again, and today we are playing Minecraft. This is, I think, episode number 41 or 40. But that's not really the point. That really doesn't matter that much. In this episode, we're going to do some villager stuff. Once again, we've already done it in several other episodes. But in this one, we're actually going to set up an infinite villager farm. Make sure that it works. It has an on and off switch so that I don't lag out my game completely. And also make a transporting system for the villagers to get transported either to the basement or underneath the castle, which I'm going to make sort of like a hands-on practical kind of part of the castle where there are a whole bunch of machines going on and stuff like that maybe. Or they get transported to the iron farm over there. So I think I'm going to first transport at least 13 into that iron farm, which is the required amount. And then see if we can get iron golems spawning and stuff like that. I have a feeling that they'll have trouble spawning inside the iron farm because there's ground all around it. But we'll see what the result is. I really don't know how they spawn. Normally, we'll see. We'll just see. We'll figure it out. But in any other case, the villager spawner or reproducing thing, whatever you want to call it, let's go ahead and fire an ender pearl over there. Pow, pow, come on. Okay, yeah, here we are. So over here, this is where it is going to be at. You can hear the villager down there. He's down there. So this is the infinite villager breeder designed by Tango Tech. I will link a video that he made in the description. Yeah. And I'm following the tutorial very closely and stuff like that. I'm going to change it up just a little bit where the whole system basically transports villagers via minecarts to different locations, whichever location I want, basically. Okay, here we are. I think the first thing in order is to obviously move the villagers out of here. Or one of them, or two of them actually. I need two of them in there, in that farm area. One of them needs to be a farmer, and the other one needs to be... the other one needs to be any other kind of villager, really. I'm thinking if we put two farmers in there, it'll be super fast because they're both feeding each other, basically. And yeah, I think that would be a good idea. But maybe it won't work because the crops won't be big enough or whatever to reproduce. But anyway, I'm going to take this farmer, which is a 22 wheat trade. The other one's 20. Oop, that wasn't supposed to happen. Anyway, let's hope he doesn't take any more damage. Oh, no. Oh, really? Really? Both of you just... Okay. Let's go. Going on an adventure. Do, 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 do. Out. Out the door. Out the door. Block it up. We have to block it all the way up in case it becomes nighttime. Yep. Here we go. Are you ready, farmer guy? I don't know what his name is. Do 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 do. This is taking forever. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, we made it, and we planted a few seeds for him to get started. He also planted two of those, I believe. He or she actually. Let's not make him he. I sort of uglyified this area a little bit, but that's just to keep this guy safe while it turns night sometime. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave him in the boat just so that we don't have to worry about him escaping when we get back here with the second villager and open up, and open this place up. Yeah, let's just so that he doesn't escape. So this time I decided to take a baby villager which had just come in, basically. And this baby villager... Oh, wait, we can go down here. Sorry. This baby villager is a cleric, and I really only need one cleric, and they're super, super frequent. I always get clerics for some reason. It's like, so annoying. That's why I'm making this infinite villager breeder. Okay, so we got them both here. Now I'm going to release them. I realize there is one problem with having a baby villager in here, because the whole system works off of babies moving around randomly or something like that. I don't even know what the logic is, but maybe it's just the fact that they're one high and they get through this hole in the corner of the room, and they basically go into a water stream and all that kind of stuff. And that is why the baby is not such a great idea to begin with. That's why I blocked this hole up. But now we're going to get the mechanism to put villagers 100% of the time into minecarts and send them off, and then get the minecarts back, basically. I will start preparing for that, and I'll be back when I am prepared. Okay guys, here we are in test world, and this is the system that I want to build at the villager breeder. So in Minecraft 1.9.2, or maybe even before this, I don't know, but right now I'm in 1.9.4. When a villager or any other mob sort of fits in a certain area next to a dispenser, which dispenses minecarts onto a rail, the villager or other mob sits in the minecart immediately, right? So so with that mechanism, you can make a system that picks up villagers or mobs always, all the time, basically. There's no chance that they won't get into the minecart, because there's this bug where minecarts just run into villagers and stop instead of picking them up. I don't think it's a bug, maybe it's intentional, but it's been in 1.9 and it's sort of hard to work around. But this is sort of a workaround. And so with this design, basically, I can throw in a whole bunch of villagers here. And since it's on a clock, they will always get a minecart. And then the clock stops, but it doesn't keep going after the villagers leave, because there's tripwire in there that detects villagers. So this also works with zombies. I've confirmed that. I don't know what else it works with, but this is basically what I've designed. And this is really a big mess, but that's just because I'm not really good at redstone. Yeah, so basically that's how this will work. And then up here, let's go to the next step. So that starts there, and then the villagers ejected with an activator rail underneath there. And by blocking all the possible areas where it can place the villager after kicking it out of the minecart, and leaving only one open where this water block is above, with the water block above it, that forces every single time the villager has to spawn in right here. And then the villager swims up and goes down, and do whatever you want with them. I put them in lava because I don't want a whole bunch of villagers in a hole. But yeah, so that's how that works. That's how you get the villagers out. And then what you do with a minecart is you run it back, or you run it into a cacti or cactus. That's the singular word. You run it into a cactus, and the cactus basically breaks the minecart. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's just run a few more, because the minecarts are perfectly calculated all the way up to this hopper. So you see how that works? The minecart immediately breaks, and then it's immediately picked up by the hopper, which is full now. Every single one of these hoppers is full. It's a perfect system, basically, right now. Yeah, and the cactus never, in this case, never breaks a minecart or destroys the entity, basically that tile item. Oops, yeah, because the hopper picks it up in time. So using that mechanism, we could recycle every single minecart into this dispenser over here, which is what I've done with hoppers. And you'll never run out of minecarts. You'll never run out of things to transport villagers with, and it'll always work as long as you have a good buffer of minecarts, which I do. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hoppers right there. So this whole and then plus the dispenser, they're all full of minecarts. So this can be changed around a bit, so you don't have to have so many hoppers. You don't have to have the cactus all the way back where the dispenser is. What you could do is you could have it over here and have a dispenser clock that dispenses them out into a water stream, which takes them all the way back here into another hopper that refeeds that. So there are different ways of doing this. This is one of the easier ways because it's just all minecart track, but then it's also a little more expensive than just ice and water. Okay, let's start with the dispenser. There we go. Let's throw that in there. We already put 2 redstone down, so I guess we didn't start with the dispenser. But we started with something. Anyway, so let's move on and do that. Then a tripwire hook. And right here would be a tripwire. Perfect. And then we want... Oop, let's get rid of that actually. And then we want rail going out of it. This will just be the start rail. It really won't have an effect on where the track has to go. So there we go. And then we're going to save the rest of the powered rail for the whole track. It's going to be alternating. It's not going to be, it's not going to be just solid power rails. And then we got to dig up some in the back here. Oh no, wrong one. Okay. There we go. And over here. And over here. And over here. Blah, blah, blah. I don't exactly remember how this works. I'm going to have to go back and look at my design and figure this out. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be back. Okay, I figured it out. Oh, that was the wrong one. Great, that's fun. I thought I figured it out. So this is what happens right here. And then we do that over there. So a piston goes here, a block goes here, and then redstone comes out of there, right? Yeah. And then we have a repeater here, which I can't place because I'm on top of that block. Okay, you know what? I'm going to dig a little bit. There we go. Okay, so it goes there. So now when this piston is activated, we get a pulse from here, right? So now, second part. Here we go. We have that thing. A comparator, and then we have that over there, and then we have another repeater pointing into that. Wait, let's actually do this a little better. Okay, here we are, and we can dig that up because that's redstone. Perfect. Now we have that over there. Can we dig this up, please? Yes, 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 yes. And this has to be at 3 ticks, or is that 4 ticks? I do not know. I do not know how this works, so don't tell me. And then we need to turn that on. And so that's our whole circuit. It's done. We are done with the circuit. That's great. Because, because the faster we're done with that, the better. Okay, and fill in all of this, and this. Oh wait, let's actually keep that open just in case, and put a torch down there. Yeah, we can dig this up, we can throw that out, and there we go. We have finished our circuitry. There we go. See, it's on a clock. It's perfect. Okay, now moving on, we're gonna have to find some glass, put it over here. Cover all this up. And one thing I forgot about in this little design here was that we need this. We need the hoppers. We need the hoppers going in here. This is essential. There's no avoiding it basically. And what I was thinking was we're going to use ice and water streams to get the items into these hoppers, right? The minecarts basically. And I was thinking that since it's just a simple villager breeder, we're not going to have villagers like a whole ton. So we really just need 1 or 2 minecarts in the system, which is awesome. That way I don't have to waste iron on stuff, and don't have to worry about losing things. It doesn't look pretty, but it does the job, or at least I think it does. And now, I think I'm going to AFK until one villager... I think I'll AFK and test it before I close this project for good, because... Anyway, it's a temporary project. Yep. Yep. I want to take all these items. Let's go ahead. Yep. Let's enter the castle. We are in this castle. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I did something here that I haven't shown you guys. It's nothing fancy. It's a little more redstone, just a little bit more. Yeah. I think that's about it for this episode. Let's see, have I progressed in this anymore? Nope, I'm still in the same spot. This is not going to be like a project that I do on camera a lot because it's really boring and plain and simple. Maybe building bridges across it and pathways and stuff like that, that will be in an episode. But just this straight out digging and filling in water and stuff like that is super boring. It's not going to be in an episode. A potential episode, though, is in this area right over here. This is actually this area. So this area was actually a planned episode that I never started. There's going to be a tower there. There are going to be walls going, I think, all the way around, or maybe just straight across. We'll have to see. It's all sort of, wait and see, figure it out. But I know for sure that from here, that tower, and then all the way to here was going to be an episode. It was going to be a time lapse. Probably not a whole episode, but a time lapse. And then maybe this whole area here, whatever we plan to do with it, was going to be an episode. I still plan to do that. I have a few resources here. Pow. A lot of stone brick. I probably need a lot more. That's why I have all the stone here. But yeah, so this was all planned. It all has a plan and a purpose. I may lower the ground here. I may dig this out of it because this over here is already really far down. I don't want to build this wall up any further. Anyway, so that may be the next episode. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye! New pumpkin farm. This is a new pumpkin farm. It's really efficient, really nice. It's not like an automatic pumpkin farm, but every time I come here, there's always one pumpkin per plant. And what's really cool about it is they're hydrated from a water source underneath this block, which stays water because there's a block above it, not ice because it's too high. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, look, see, another one grew. It's great. This pumpkin farm is great. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I hope you guys like this new editing style, or this more editing style, I guess you could say. I edit a lot more now, and I'm sort of enjoying it, sort of not. But you know what? It's a lot more fun to see the outcome of these episodes. They're a lot better than the less editing ones. Yep. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.